The VoFlow dashboard brings everything into focus. Your voiceover invoices, contacts, and entire pipeline, all illuminated in one place. See your weekly wins unfold and stay grounded with the tasks that matter most. And with real-time website activity, you'll know exactly when opportunity knocks. This is clarity. This is control. This is VoFlow. In the world of voiceover, talent matters, but direction changes everything. Introducing the VoFlow Smart Business Coach, your personal guide and motivator. It studies your trends, your habits, your wins, and the opportunities you didn't even know you were missing. Then it forecasts exactly what actions will move you closer to your goals, not someday, but now. Imagine opening your dashboard and seeing a clear path forward, who to follow up with, which leads are heating up, what tasks will create the biggest momentum today, and how close you are to the future you're building. No guesswork, no overwhelm, just simple, precise steps that show you how to grow with confidence. Because success isn't random, it's a pattern, and the VoFlow Smart Business Coach helps you see it, follow it, and own it. Your goals are closer than you think. Your roadmap is waiting. VoFlow, clarity, momentum, control. Never worry about where or how to find new voiceover clients again. VoFlow, your virtual marketing assistant, finds them for you using smart lead search technology. Search by keyword or industry and save time by using VoFlow verified emails that get delivered to the inbox that you want to reach. And with VoFlow's proprietary lead score, you can be confident you're always marketing to the right customers. VoFlow, clarity, momentum, control. Find, connect, and cultivate new client leads using VoFlow's Smart Lead Pipeline, powered by behavioral dynamic technology. More than a CRM that simply manages interactions with prospective customers, VoFlow is your marketing assistant. Easily and quickly find leads, and then let VoFlow automatically communicate with your prospect based on their behavior and how they interact with your communication and your VoFlow hosted website. When every email matters. Introducing the VoFlow Smart Email Writer. Your voice, your style, perfectly captured. It learns your tone, your rhythm, your personality. With one click, VoFlow analyzes your lead and crafts a personalized email in seconds. VoFlow gives you the power to write smarter, faster, and more authentically. VoFlow, your business amplified. In the world of voiceover, relationships are everything, but managing and cultivating those relationships, that's the hard part. Until now, introducing VoFlow Smart Contacts, your new contact command center, where every conversation, every audition, every job is automatically connected to the right person. No logging, no spreadsheets, no "I'll update it later." It just happens. See the full history of any relationship in seconds. Email, auditions, bookings, and events. Your contacts stop feeling messy. Your follow-up gets sharper. Your business becomes clearer than ever. Leads, prospects, clients, organized exactly the way you work. You can even invoice directly from the VoFlow interface with a click of a single button. Easily track invoice payments, ensuring you get paid. Every social click, every form submission, every website interaction, captured automatically. This isn't just a CRM, it's the brain of your VO business. VoFlow, your relationships elevated. Hello and welcome To the daily voiceover huddle, voiceover friends, good to have you today. Talking about ROI. We'll talk about that in just a second. First of all, let me say welcome. So glad to have you here, especially those of you who are newer to our live stream. My name is Bill DeWeese. I record voiceovers for a living. I've been doing this for 20 years at a very high level and been coaching for the past 15 years. Every weekday we get together just to share tip, trick, strategy, some motivation, something to help either pull or push you down the road closer to voiceover success. And I invite you to continue the conversation after our daily huddle in my voiceover community. It's absolutely free. Excuse me, there's the URL for you, school.com/VoFlow. So if you're looking for like-minded people to help support, this is a positive group. I know I've talked to so many students over the years who have experienced so many negative things being part of a community, voiceover community, where people will try to intimidate or make them feel less than. And there are people like that in the world to build themselves up. They have to tear other people down. There is not an inkling of that in this group, nowhere. And it's across the gamut. We've got brand new voice talent, those who are just investigating. We've got people who have been doing this for decades, but it's a place of positivity and support. And I invite you to join us at school.com/VoFlow. Here's a little concept for you, and you don't have to have an MBA to understand this. Are you familiar with ROA? ROA? ROI? Do I know what I'm talking about? ROI, return on investment. In other words, what do you get back for what you put in? And if you don't understand the concept, and more importantly, if you don't understand how it applies to your voiceover career, then you're really not operating a business. You are operating a hobby. Unless you have control of this very basic concept, you really have no sense of where you're at and where you're going. So let's spend just a few minutes to talk about it today. It's not difficult, but it's so incredibly important. Return on investment. Well, let's start with the I, investment. What does investment mean? Well, the most obvious thing would be money. We put money into our careers. So what's a return on investment on, let's say, a microphone? So for example, let's say maybe you have a $100 microphone versus a $500 microphone. Some have a $1,000 microphone, maybe a $5,000 microphone. What is the return on investment for, let's say, a $5,000 microphone versus a $100 microphone? When you start thinking this way, it will change the way you look at your business. And let me just give you for example, the return on a $5,000 microphone versus a $100 microphone will not be 500 times. Not even close. Not saying you might not want it. I'm just not saying you shouldn't have it. I'm just saying that's the way you have to begin thinking about every aspect of your business. So there's the financial aspect. There is your time. The return on the time that you invest. Your time is valuable. There is a return on the energy, the psychic energy, and I'm not talking about ESP. I'm just talking about your mental, your emotional energy that you pour into your business. What is is it worth it? I remember years ago having a difficult client. It was an ongoing client, and it just seemed like the demands became increasingly greater and greater, and a person who was just almost impossible to please. And so I just pulled the plug because not that I had money invested in it, certainly I had time, but I had more of my mental and emotional energy in dealing with the frustration. It just wasn't worth what I was getting back in return. And frankly, I was getting quite a bit in return. So that would just be a simple example of investment. What is the return that you're getting? So let's talk about, and forgive me, I tell you, this time of year, my wife is sick in bed this morning, and I've mentioned before, we've got 5 grandkids who live close by. And so we're with them, not quite every day, but very close to every day. And it just seems like sickness just circulates through that, as you can imagine, when you're a kid. So, of course, we're always wrestling with that stuff. So, excuse me again, a few of the specifics as it relates to voiceover. A few of the specific examples as it relates to voiceover. Let's start with your website, okay? The website, that's your calling card. That is your landing page. That is where, when you're out marketing yourself, that's where you direct traffic. Why? It's a place for them to listen to your demo or your demos. So your website's a really very important part of your voiceover business. But what is your return on that? Do you know? Do you know who visits your website? Do you know who actually takes the time to listen to your demos? Do you know what the likelihood of somebody who comes and listen to a demo is to be hired? Do you know ultimately the revenue that's generated by the person who visits? Or can you back that up and say, well, I know that I make an average of X number of dollars for everybody who visits my website? That really breaks it down for you. It gives you a sense of the power of understanding ROI. And if you can't track that traffic and you don't know, you don't know who you're converting into a voiceover customer as a result of your website, if you don't know what the financial value of that client is, either in an initial job or even the lifetime value of that customer over time, then you don't know your ROI. What about your demo? What's the return on the demo? For a really good demo, you likely spent thousands of dollars. Is it creating more opportunities? How many more opportunities is it creating versus maybe what you were getting before? What do those opportunities convert into? What's the average that you make on for a job and an opportunity? What's the average that customer turns in, the average lifetime value of that customer? Are you able to track your demo kind of down the line to understand what the value of that demo is for you and how it compares to maybe demos that you've used in the past? How to do certain aspects? Are you measuring the return on the certain aspects of your demo? Like, is there one part of your demo that generates more activity from clients that they respond to more than others? If so, how much more? So there's your demo. What about those of you who are on the pay-to-play sites like Voice123 and Voices.com, and there's some others, but those are the two really big ones. For the money that you're putting in it, what are you getting back? What about, more importantly, the time that you put into it? Because chances are, okay, just say you pay $300, and I know there are different levels, they go up to thousands of dollars. But let's say you put $300 in, you get $300 back, and you think to yourself, oh, well, I broke even. Well, no, you really didn't. How many hours did you spend auditioning or even setting up your profile, uploading your demos or changing demos? The time that you spent is an investment. And by the way, when you break even, that's not a return. That's breaking even. So all that you put into it, the money, the time, the mental and emotional energy you put into it, that is a cost that you have. What are you getting back for it? Is it worth it? Or are you not maybe taking full advantage of the opportunities there? Maybe you need to understand that platform better to make sure that you're getting the return that you want to get. Freelance sites like Upwork and Fiverr, what is your return on investment? And in that case, maybe it's financial like an Upwork, or maybe it's just the time that you put it into Fiverr. Um, for me, on a personal level right now, it's become so frustrating for me because, every platform has there's a life cycle to everything. Everything has an expiration date. From us, our lives have an expiration date. Businesses have an expiration date. And the ups and downs of business, there's expiration dates on what works and what doesn't work when it comes to marketing. And that's okay. And sometimes there are marketing channels that will revive themselves over time. They'll readjust the way they do business, et cetera, et cetera. But you always have to be asking, what am I putting into this? And what am I getting out? And remember, as I mentioned earlier, your time is very valuable. And if you're only breaking even, then you don't have a business. Again, you have a hobby. So I want to encourage you, again, in my never-ending quest to help you bridge that gap between being a voice talent and then making money being a voice talent. Those are two very different things. To be a professional voiceover talent, preferably one that can do it as a full-time living if that's what you would like to do. But it really begins
with understanding what you're getting back for what you're putting in. And I mean that in every aspect of your business. If you don't, or if that feels overwhelming to you, it need not. I invite you to check out VoFlow.io. Now, this is again why I got back into the voiceover marketing game. I'm co-founder of VoFlow.io. This is a business marketing operating system. This is online software that from your website, so you can track and know who's there and what they're watching, what they're listening to help you convert those, and to track all of their activity, to cultivate them into customers, and to know where you're spending money and what you're getting back in return. Because when you have that understanding, it allows you to get in behind the dials and begin to tweak and to take the things that aren't converting and to tweak them and change them until they are converting, meaning helping get you clients and get jobs and make more money, and you can make those adjustments. Or perhaps it's cutting the tie and letting go of this person or this activity and focusing on the things that work and fine-tuning those so that you make sure that you are operating as a business and you are getting a good return on your investment of time, money, energy, physical and emotional, because it takes all of those things to run a business. So it's time to run voiceover like a business, only for the purpose of achieving your goals, because I have yet to meet a person who says that they don't want to make money in voiceover. So that's why I ride this horse every day, and I'm on this train and I'm not going to stop. This is what it takes to be successful in voiceover, and this is the tool to help get you there. So I invite you to check it out. Let's go and see what's happening in our live chat. If you have not checked in the live chat, and we're streaming live this morning on Instagram and on LinkedIn and on YouTube. And jump on Instagram. Let me know what's going on. Let's see who we've got. Oh, looks like our numbers are growing here. We've got Jesse. What's going on? Good to see you, Jesse. Hey, Mark. Good to see you. Vanessa, glad to have you checking in. Jay. The Shallon Disciple is in. Joe Janine. Nick Palms. What's going on? Hey, guys. Appreciate you being here. We've got John in Denver. We've got, Celeste in Newark. Sandra, how are you doing? It seems like you always say it's sunny in London, Ontario. You can't tell me that it's always sunny in London, Ontario. Is it? If it is, I need to give that some consideration. I'm looking for A, more sunshine, B, higher temperatures. My wife, by the way, is looking for the opposite, so we have to negotiate this whole thing, but that's a whole other discussion. Hey, Nephi, how are you doing in Knoxville? We've got Marie in Texas. Always good to see you. Hey, Rusty, what's going on way up north there in Michigan? And click that thumbs up, he says, for everybody. And yeah, if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel. If you like the videos, if you find any help whatsoever, if you don't mind giving it a thumbs up, greatly appreciate it. Share it with your friends. Let's spread the word. And Sheila, how are you doing in Chicago? Dennis, what's up, my friend? Hey, Kirk, what's happening? I'm well, doing well. Hope you are too. Sandy, thank you. Hey, Jim, good to see you as well. Guys, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. We do this every weekday at this time. Again, just a few minutes to help you understand things better, to learn more things, to gain more confidence, to stay on the right path and to not waste your time, to maximize your return on investment. Have a great day, and I'll leave you with these words about VoFlow.
When every email matters. Introducing the VoFlow Smart Email Writer. Your voice, your style. With one click, VoFlow analyzes your lead and crafts a personalized email in seconds. VoFlow gives you the power to write smarter, faster, and more authentically. VoFlow, your business amplified.